Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 13th annual Easter Seals Celebrity Roast. And we're roasting right here the man of the hour, the very single. Ladies, Joe's taking phone numbers for him. The very single Vince Mirabelli, everybody. Anyway, I know he's getting roasted, ladies and gentlemen, this evening, but this guy, we're going to start it off lightly. This guy is a very nice, it's going to start lightly. It's going to start lightly, Vince. Let's not kid ourselves here. Look at your buddies. He's already, look, he's already laughing. Look at these guys. It's like the mob sitting up here. It's like Johnny the Baker. Oh my God, Joey Q, all these nicknames. Hey, the voices down there, Danny and Laura, the voice team over there. I don't want to leave anybody out. I'm not going to say that. He's going to kick my ass. He told me the muscular, that was from him. He said the muscular midget. I was going to say Kris, no neck, Rydholm. No neck, that's what we call you. If you do find his neck, please let the hotel know. And Dave, he's gonna kick my ass later for sure. I'm tall, but he's pretty strong. And Dave Muncha Cake Thomas, everybody, right here. Ladies and gentlemen, Vince is a very dedicated man, dedicated to his work, the community, and to his family. And I know his family is very important to him. After the radio station this morning when we were on, we had a great time. We passed by Vince's mom's house to get his lunch. And Vince went downstairs in the basement, because that's where we keep everything, Italians. And I said hi to his mom, and she says to me, "Look at that guy. 35 years old and is still not married." And then you said, Vince, he said to his mom, he said, "Ma, I want to get married because I want to meet the right person. I don't want to be pressured. Don't pressure me. What happens if I get married?" He said it himself. And then, all of a sudden I'm divorced. That would be worse, wouldn't it, Mom? And I'm telling you, you got the right idea, Vince, because I'm Italian too, and I felt the same pressure. Italian moms, they'll tell you from an early age, like, "Come on, where are you going to get married, Frank? Come on," like that's what they told me, right? "It's about the time." I'm like, "I'm 14, take it easy." But then my mom would give me advice about women, not the most positive. You know what I mean? This is my favorite advice my Italian mom gave me. She's like, "Frank," that's how she talks. "Frank, watch out, huh?" Yeah. They're so controlled, they tell you which eye to look out of. "Keep your eye open. The women of today, it's not like when I was young. No. The women of today, it's different. The women of today, it's like olive oil." I'm like, "Olive oil? What are you talking about?" "Yes, I like olive oil. They say they're virgin." But, they've been pressed more than one time, It's, He's a winner. His girlfriends also said that after orgasming, they have heard him say, "Did I win?" He normally whispered it, making sure his parents wouldn't hear because they were upstairs. Some of you might know, you don't know, he's in real estate. He has his own condo now. What's it like? You got your own condo and you're in a house? You sold it. What's it like, actually, watching porn with the volume turned up? It must be nice now, Vince. I looked up the meaning Mirabelli as well. And what I found, there's a few explanations there. One who came from Mirabello is a Mirabelli, or one who came in front of the mirror. You sure you want to stay, Connor? It is also in the medieval Latin meaning mirus and bellus, which means amazing and handsome, which again, many of his ex-girlfriends have heard him whisper to himself when he's been in front of that mirror. It's funny, I keep hearing about these girls, you know, Vince, but I've never seen them. It's amazing. It's kind of like Snuffleupagus, you know, in Sesame Street. That you can relate to, eh, Connor? There are 6,833 historical documents with Mirabelli on Ancestry.com. I'll just give a few. There's 2,262 birth, marriage, and death certificates. It's funny, marriage and death in the same context there. Now I know why you don't want to get married, buddy. 329 military records. 1,178 census and voter lists of Mirabellis. 1 lifetime membership to Centerfold's Gentlemen's Club in Thunder Bay. And the name Vince Mirabelli linked to certain accounts on the internet, like Knitting for the Modern Metro Man, StillLivingWithMyParents.com, and AskHeMadison.com as well.
Okay.
Do these work now? Perfect.
First down.
Hey, Frankie, don't touch my cool over here. He squeezed my cool.
I think we gotta do
Check
one.
Check.
Cheers.
Cheers. Hang
Cheers.
on. Aspetta un minuto.
Cheers.
Take one. Cheers.
And
Vince.
go.
Go. The whole thing.
That's how
we
you get
needed
through the
that.
morning show.
Yeah. Okay, before we begin, actually, Vince, oh, that was good. This is for you. This is on behalf of Don Kehoe, Laura, and I. It's a stuffy, right? So we got it here for you. And this is the closest thing you'll get to cuddling tonight in your suite here at the Victoria Inn. Hey? Yes. You want to reveal the room number? No, we'll keep that. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay.
Let's do this.
Yes, we're ready to go here.
Was there something else you had to say?
Oh, yeah, I guess we should introduce ourselves. I know, thank you very much, Frank. Yes, but we are Danny and Laura, and we're very honored to be here. And actually, Vince, thank you so much for asking us to be part of this special evening tonight. We are very honored to be here. And we have a few stories, and we know as these stories and the guests, as we move on, they're going to get quite intense. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, all right. Oh, by the way, Rafael, I know we've given you a shout-out. Grazie for the tuxes stasera, okay? Thank you very much.
Awesome job.
Thank you.
All right, there are so many reasons why we should honor this man tonight. First of all, he's Italian, and I love the Italians. Right, Joe? So Danny and I came up with this. Okay.
Here we go.
When the sign catch your eye and the price is really high, that's a Mirabelli.
When he asks the girls out, they say, no, get out, that's a Mirabelli. Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you'll sing Mirabelli. Hearts will play, tippy-tippy-tay, tippy-tippy-tay, I've a pina Mirabelli! There you go, all right. All right, so the first thing that comes to mind when we think of Vince, and I'm sure most of you would know this, is he is a very busy guy. And rightly so, he's always on the go, he never stops. And then I question and say, does this man ever sleep? Does he? Well, the answer is yes. But in fact, Vince rarely, and we mean rarely, goes out on the weekends. Don't be fooled, all right? So what we have is we have a picture that we'd like to put up on the screen for you. There you go. This is Vince here enjoying the use of Madonna's anti-aging machine. In fact, he bought it off eBay for $14,000. Nice job, Vince. This is how Vince spends his Friday night, all right? Yes. Now, the next picture we're going to put up, not yet. Oh, well, there it is. That's fine. Oh, darn. Okay, that's fine. This is actually a Vince, and you saw this earlier. This is when he goes out on the rare occasion that he goes out. Because if you've ever talked to Vince, Vince says, gosh, everybody always asks me about realty and how many houses you sold and blah, blah, blah. I just want to go out and have a good time and not be asked those questions. So when Vince goes out, that's what he goes out as on a Friday night or a Saturday night.
Incognito.
So, yeah, incognito. So there he is, all right? Vince on a Saturday night. How does that feel? Feels good. All right. All right.
Okay, I wanted to share this story with you. It goes back to 2008. Vince actually saved my life. It was true. 2008. Vince invited me to go up to the Remax hot air balloon. And despite the fact that I'm terrified of heights, I thought, you're never going to get asked to do this again, right? So the city was beautiful from up in that balloon. We traveled around for over an hour. We started in Chapel's Field and ended up landing in a farmer's field in Murillo near a creek. Well, the basket landing first, the balloon followed, and if anyone's been in a hot air balloon, you can appreciate that the landing is quite chaotic. Well, in all that chaos, the guys didn't see me as the basket tipped over. I got thrown into that creek, and I couldn't get out. Vince finally saw me. They were so busy working on that stinking balloon. Finally saw me, rolled me over in that 2 feet of water, realized I needed mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. And anyone who's been mouth-to-mouth with Vince knows what a life changer that can be. The next day on lunch, without realizing it, I found myself calling random numbers asking people if they'd considered selling their house. I was hitting on the girls in our promotions department. And whenever I saw any woman Vince had dated, I found myself hiding behind racks and counters whenever they got near. And would you believe it? Started out hanging out with Justin Trudeau.
There we go, Vince. So I have some stories, and we're going to kind of go back and forth, but I call this one Vince Cannot Sit Still. Yeah, I hear ya. So those of you who know Vince knows that Vince just cannot sit still. In fact, it's probably killing you right now to be sitting there tonight. Is it?
I'm okay right now.
You're okay right now? Mike, he is sweating right now.
How many of these have you had?
Wow.
I'm already feeling the one that we had.
Yeah. So here's the deal. Last, I think it was around Christmas time, Vince had given us a call, and we were trying to arrange a lunch together, and Vince wanted to really take Laura and I out for lunch. So we actually connected, and we went out for lunch. And it was just before he was leaving for Italy. There was lots on the go. And so Vince cannot sit still. There we were having lunch. And I don't know if any of you can relate to this if you've been out with him. He literally, we're having an intense conversation. He gets up, he stands up, and he circles the table. Like just in mid-conversation, he just gets up, and he does this with his camise all the time. Sempre così. All like this, his jacket like this. Then he sits down, and then again, 2 minutes later, he has a sandwich in his hand, and he's eating, and he stops with the sandwich, he gets up, and he circles the table again. Sit down. Your brain works at 100 miles an hour. Calm down. Relax a bit. Okay?
I will.
Okay, he's sweating, by the way, right now. He's sweating. He's okay.
It'll be okay.
Okay.
It's just us. Wait till these guys
Yeah,
come
wait. You just wait, buddy. You just wait.
Vince does have a weird sense of humor. I don't know if many of you know that. When he watches what we call fancy time, you know, those movies, can't mean porn. When he watches porn, he does it a little different. Vince likes to start at the end of the movie and watch it in reverse. Because Vince likes to see people get dressed and leave.
Get out.
That wasn't my guess.
My next story is called Vince Actually Really, 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 Really Likes to Show Off. So who's friends with Vince on Facebook? Show of hands. So, yeah, look at that. Yeah, okay. So when you have some time talking to Vince, as I mentioned earlier, he always says, and I got into this conversation with you, Vince, he said, you know what, I've actually had enough. I just want people to ask me how I'm doing. Enough with this, oh, you sell so many houses, you make so much money. Just ask me how I'm doing. Okay, so I have some advice for you. Vince, I happened to go through your Facebook page in researching for tonight. This is a random rundown of the things that you have posted and showed that you have done in the last 12, 13, 14 months. Let's see. You remember, I just want people just to ask me how I'm doing, not how much sword. He went to see Andrea Bocelli in New York earlier this year. Wow, very nice. Then he went to see Andrea Bocelli front row in Vancouver. Very nice. You went to Italy last December for 2 weeks. You went to New Jersey to meet cousins you never knew you had before. You randomly go and buy a grand piano and then post it on Facebook and say, hey, look what I bought. But then I give you kudos, you donated to charity, so thank you. Very good. See, no problem. It was a drunken stupor. There you go. You take random pictures with Justin Trudeau, who is now our prime minister. You post pictures from your, I don't know, $500,000 cottage at Mink Mountain, just relaxing, hanging out. You take pics of yourself driving with women in Thunder Bay in your Porsche 911.
That's not mine.
Oh, well, your borrowed Porsche
you didn't
911.
make it, anybody think that on Facebook. You're hanging out at the Vanderbilt room at New York's Waldorf Astoria, where you stayed.
Wait, serendipity.
Yeah,
That's okay.
Serendipity. You watched the Serendipity. That was where the famous Scent of a Woman dancing scene took place. Yes. Let's see. You sat at Jimmy Carter's presidential desk in New York. What else do we have here? Oh, I love this. He builds a house. He moves in, lives in it for 5 minutes, and then leaves. Then he goes into another house, and I think you renoed it, and then you decided to leave and get out of that one. Now you're living at home? That's fine. So anyway, I have some advice for you, Vince. Who wouldn't ask those kinds of questions when you post all that stuff in the last year? So my advice is stop showing off on social media, then maybe people will stop bugging you about the extravagant life you lead. But in other words, Vince, we're jealous.
Yeah,
So thank
exactly.
you very much.
That's what I
Okay?
live
Okay, thank you. Yes, very good. Whose Porsche is that? It's his Porsche, yeah.
You son of a...
My nephew's.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fine.
Okay. Did you know that Vince once wanted to be a doctor? Not a lot of people knew that. Not a gynecologist.
He would love that.
His ex-girlfriends
maybe.
knew that.
When Vince was in the Boy Scouts, yep, Vince was in the Boy Scouts. When Vince was camping with the Boy Scouts, he was the first scout ever, North America, anywhere, to perform an emergency vasectomy on a great horny owl. That owl can still be heard in those woods. You know, it's the one with the pitiful song. Who?
I'm sorry, did I do that? I think it was more like, oh.
All right, Vince, when we're just starting, it's just us. You wait. These guys, it's going to get out of control. We have one interactive thing that we're going to do with everyone, but right now I have another story, and this is called Vince and the Mutandi. So, for those who don't know, in Italian, mutandi is underwear, okay? So anyone who knows Vince knows he's a kick-ass realtor, and I mean that in a great way. Dedicated to his profession, strong-willed, gets the job done most of the time. But I have a confession to make, and this is the truth, and I have never shared this with really anyone until tonight. Okay. So about 4 years ago, my wife and I decided that we were going to move, and I'm very good friends with Mario Tegala. Been a close. Who's that? Did you hear that, Mario? Who's that? Very close friends of the family forever. So we knew that we were going to use Remax for listing our house and whatnot. And even though I knew Vince at the time, I knew that, hey, if Mario was busy, maybe, as Mario spends 50 out of 52 weeks a year in Arizona, I figured, no, it's the truth. It's the truth.
While I work.
While Vince works, yes. So then I said to myself, you know what? Then Vince, maybe if Mario's away, he could show our house. So then it got to a point where it got a little weird, and I had some reservations. And I actually said to my wife, I said, Lori, you know Vince. What if Mario gets Vince to show our house? And she calmly says, yeah, so? And this is where it got weird. I said, sweetie, I have this feeling. If he shows our house, he is going to raid your panty drawer. he is going to go through your mutande. He's going to look through the yeah. And then I said, picture it, sweetie. Vince alone in the house on a Sunday afternoon between 1 and 3. Some people come check out the house. There's a lull. And Vince goes searching. And he goes through the mutande drawer. And that was my fear. And I have proof. Vince, remember during the summer, I had my vehicle in for some work, and then they picked up my car at the office, and I decided to walk home from the radio station, and by fluke, you were driving along Oliver Road, Hill Street. Do you remember that?
Oh, no.
No. Do you remember?
Yeah,
right?
I remember.
You did a U-turn, and you were being the ever so kind man that you are. You pulled a U-turn, and you actually said, "Hey, Danny, what are you doing?" I said, "I'm walking home. Do you want to ride home?" Right there, in your vehicle, the window was open, and in the passenger seat, there I look. And here's the proof. My wife's mutande. Same size, same color. Now, I asked the question, how do you have my wife's mutande when you didn't even show my house? So either you have some explaining to do or my wife has some explaining to do. The mutande are right here in my pocket if you want them later. So here's what I have, some advice for any of you here, and I hope this doesn't affect you as a realtor. Please, if you are showing your house and you have Vince, ladies, lock the panty drawer. He will go searching, trust me. Sorry, Vince, it's the truth. Those mutande right on the passenger seat. Shame on you.
I thought you were talking about another pair.
He's talking about another pair. No, my wife's mutande, all right? All right.
Okay.
Okay, are we ready to do
it.
this? Okay, so we're going to wrap up, and we have an interactive thing we want to do here tonight. Before we get to the music, we need a representative, and I know it's kind of, but just, you're going to represent the men, someone, and we need someone to represent the ladies.
Let's see.
So, man and a
Show of
woman, all right?
hands.
If you listen to our morning show, we have a contest at 7:40 called Battle of the Sexes, where we put a man against a woman. Best out of 3 wins.
What are you writing?
Stop.
Best out of 3 wins. There's no prize here. If you have a t-shirt, you can enjoy that. I love Vince. But we are going to have our very own Battle of the Sexes. So before we get to that, we need a man and a woman. So we need one. Best out of 3. They're multiple choice, and you can get your gender to help you out. So we need some help.
Oh,
all right?
I see hands. Come on up.
We need a
I
man and a
can't see
woman.
whose hands they are, but come up so we can see. Yes, we have a woman.
Laura, I think we can maybe step out right here at the
I
stage.
need a
here.
man. Let's have a man. Come on, man.
Hello. Okay, so we're going to come out here. We're going to get all set, ready to go.
Just one man.
So we need a man. Come
Just
on.
one. Come on.
This is Josie
Who's
from
man
Club
enough for
Cappuccino.
battle?
Give her a shout out. Hi, Josie. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Good. Thanks for coming up. So we need a man. Come on. We got to get this night moving here. Come on.
How about Tullio? Tullio, get up here, will you?
We need.
Come on, Al Pacino, get up here.
All right.
Come on.
The challenge has been tossed out there.
We need someone. Oh, there. Vince has requested. Where? Marco. Marco, get up here. Come on. Again, it's going to be very quick. We'll give you the answers. You decide the best one. Multiple choice. All right. Give Marco a round of applause. So this is our very own Vince Mirabelli Battle of the Sexes. Hello, Marco.
Hello.
Hello. Here we go.
Okay.
Cue the music. Well, it's coming. Hang on.
The Battle of the Sexes is on.
A fight between a man and a woman. It's a type of duel. Battle of the sexes. Men and women are ready to rumble about the differences between the genders.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Okay. Do you realize Vince is taking notes, right? He's working on his rebuttal. We're in
You
trouble.
got nothing, Mirabelli.
Okay. Josie and Marco, we will begin with.
Start with Josie.
Start with the ladies.
First.
All right. So, and then you can ask the ladies for assistance, but your first question is as follows. Vince is a close personal friend of Al Pacino, Pee Wee Herman, or Prime Minister Justin Trudeau.
Justin Trudeau.
Ah, you think. No, it's Pee Wee Herman. Yeah, just recently, now that Netflix has acquired the rights to the new Pee Wee film, Pee Wee's Big Holiday, Vince is actually Pee Wee's Pistola. So, all right. That's really unfortunate, Josie. Sorry you got that wrong. Sorry.
Okay. How many girlfriends has Vince had? Options. 12, 34, or 59.
Is there an option number 4? A.
It's 59, you're wrong. But we don't know, really. Could be more. Right, Vince? How many is it?
Or less.
Okay, well, you're both tied, okay? Here we go. Josie, how many women has Vince posed in pictures with on Facebook? All of those Facebook pictures, gosh, so many women. In total, how many women? 300, 1,000, or 2 billion?
I need help from the audience.
Can I ask for clarification?
Yes.
Is it pictures of women or men dressed as women?
You know, nice one, Marco, nice one. We may need to add that one in there, Josie, so I don't know, throw out a number. 300, 1,000, or 2 billion?
1,000.
No, it's 2 billion, yeah. Vince likes to think he knows every woman in the world, Mr. Ladies Man. Sorry. 0 for 2, Josie. Sorry.
How many houses has Vince sold? Is it?
A lot less than Joe Fabiano.
Okay, that's good.
There you go. Okay.
The real answer was 49,000 because Vince thinks he owns this city.
Yeah, there you go. So that was a great answer, but you're 0 for 3. Sorry, Marco. Okay, Josie, according to Vince, what is his favorite place on earth? Lake Como, Italy, Andrea Bocelli's master bedroom, or the Remax office on Macdonell Street?
Lake Como.
You know, no, sorry, you'd think. It is Andrea Bocelli's master bedroom. You know, he is there all the time, but unfortunately, Andrea doesn't notice.
I didn't write that one. That was Danny all the way.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, right.
I have nothing to do with any of these
0
questions.
for 3. 0 for 3. So that's it. It's done. A tiebreaker,
one more.
right?
No, one more. I've
Oh,
only
okay,
done
let's
two
go.
questions here.
Okay, here we go.
How much wine did you drink?
A lot.
What color underwear does Vince have on?
Pink.
That's the answer!
There you go. Oh,
One!
the winner. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Josie. Thank you. All right. We are almost done here. No prize, though.
I didn't think he wore underwear.
That was
I
one of
think
the
that
options.
was an option for Laura. Okay, we're done. We're going to close up here and let the rest do this. In talking to people preparing for tonight's roast, Vince, we've heard many things. And ultimately it comes down to great things, all right? He's a devoted worker, loves to give back to the community. That's been good to him. And we have a running joke, actually, that we text each other when he's off doing the things that I had mentioned. And honestly, I always text him and say, "Che bella vita," which in Italian is, "It's a beautiful life." So from your work with the Hospital Foundation to your work with Camp Quality, Easter Seals, and more, Vince, I want to conclude with a post that you actually shared on your Facebook last Christmas, which was amazing, and I do want to share this, and this is it. Kindness, one of the greatest gifts you can bestow upon another. If someone is in need, lend them a helping hand. Do not wait for a thank you. True kindness lies within the act of giving without the anticipation of something in return. So I truly believe this sums up the kind of human being you are, and that, my friend, is a wonderful thing. Cheers.
All right, so like I said before, I've known Vince since 2008 when he came in for a radio interview with us. Since then, the three of us, Danny, Vince, and I, have had some great laughs. Vince and I actually do text each other when we see that our favorite movie is on TV, Serendipity, and we text back and forth about all the scenes that are going on. We all see the love that he has for his family and friends, and he'll do anything for anyone. He loves to live big, but he also loves to help out in any way he can. He's interrupted his day to come help me with blessings in a backpack, come and deliver with me. It took 10 minutes. 10 minutes out of your day, that's all it was. We just had to bring in the food from my vehicle to the school, and that was all. But he came and helped me, and I'm so honored to have been asked to be a part. There's something else I wanted to share with you. He does stuff that we just don't hear about as well. One of the things that Vince does is he goes and cuddles babies at the hospital that need cuddling. Isn't that awesome? So thank you for asking us to be a part. But I gotta ask you, it's on everybody's mind here tonight. When are you freaking getting married? What?
Not for a long time.
Have you tried the dating sites?
Yes.
What do you think the problem is, Vince?
I'm actually not on any dating sites.
ChristianMingle.com.
Okay,
Pastor?
you know, while we're here,
Pastor?
we can actually turn this into some kind of therapy session. Like, does anybody out there know someone that could handle Vince? Anybody? Hands? No? Oh my God, you're in trouble. As you can tell by the theme tonight, Vince loves the Rat Pack. And you know, thinking about it, who wouldn't? You're hanging out with a bunch of guys that can carry you home at the end of the night. I'm liking that idea. Okay, here you go, Danny. Another glass for you.
Okay.
So we say Vince. Well, there are now. Drunk or sober, rich or poor, cloudy or fair weather, we'll stand by you because we Sicilians stick together. Woo!
Cheers.
I'm not Sicilian. It's just part of the speech.
Calabrese?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty tough act to follow after Danny and Laura. And Mr. Spadone, all the way from Toronto in Thunder Bay. Feels good, really good to be up here. I'm looking really good. I think I look really good. Thanks, Raffaele, Tassone, from Raffaele's Tailoring. He slipped me $100 to say that. I'm really thankful for Vince asking me to roast him. We've been friends for over 20 years now. We got into a lot of trouble together. And they say that if you're still friends after 7 years, you'll be friends for a lifetime. Let's see how we do after this roast. When he first asked me, I went through, what am I gonna roast him on? His constant fidgeting. His pacing back and forth. How about his, sorry. How about his driving skills? At the age of 25, he was paying $10,000 a year for insurance. $10,000. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to correct that because we got a few accountants in the room. $9,400. Was that including HST or? With HST. Oh, with HST. Okay. At the age of 30, he had to put his car in his nephew's name or his mom's name, and he was considered the secondary driver. Anyways, we're not going to pick on that. Oh, his insurance guy's here. He's not driving tonight. I'm his DD. Pass me a drink. No, I'm only kidding. So I thought really hard and I said, you know what? His sex life. Yeah, it's perfect for me. So I started making a list of all of his girlfriends. Wow, Vince. He sure gets around. I actually had to add a couple more pages to my black book. No, I'm only kidding. My wife's in the audience. And surprisingly enough, there was no guys. Anyways, I had to narrow it down because I'm like, they've given me a time slot, and we would be here all night, probably into tomorrow, to go through all of them. So I picked 3. One from each decade. And I started, oh, somebody dropped something back there. And I started from the 90s. And I thought up of 3 questions that I could ask each of them. And So I decided to invite them to the party. What the hell? It's a roast. So without further delay, let's talk to them live on the telephone.
Wait, and you speak into there.
Sounds good.
Is it on speaker?
Shh. Sit down.
Can you hear that? Where's the speaker?
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hi there.
I can hear you.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Do you know who this is?
Who is this?
It's Joe Q, Vince Mirabelli's friend.
Oh, Joe. Oh, I remember you.
Very good.
Did you ever tell Vince about that time that you and I...
Whoa, stop for a second. Stop. I only have a few minutes and I really have something important to tell you.
His wife's here.
If you hear anyone in the background, just ignore it because I'm in a loud area right now.
Okay.
Okay, and please... Never mind that. That's my brother Frank that doesn't listen.
Oh, Frank's the funny one?
Yeah. I have a small favor to ask. I'm working on a roast, and I need some dirt on Vince.
Okay.
I have a few questions to ask you.
Oh, perfect. I'm sure I have more than a few answers for you.
Oh, perfect. Where did you first make out with him?
Oh, God. Oh. His parents' bedroom.
You're kidding. You're kidding. You're kidding. Really?
No, isn't that the same place I met out with you?
That was a house party. We had way too much to drink. By the way, this was from the 90s. Okay, I have another question. Hypothetically, if he killed an eagle by accident while driving, would you break up with him?
Yes. An eagle? What kind of an animal does that? Is he a monster?
Well, you remember his driving skills, don't you?
That's true. That is true.
Okay, lastly, and I'll let you go. What irritated you the most about him?
Just one?
Just one.
No, just one.
I think it would have to be that he was just so into his look. I mean, he's just obsessed about his hair. The hue that he has. Does he have any left right now?
Yeah, he's got some.
I think it would take him longer to get ready than it would me.
I'll count.
Every piece of hair, it's like you count every single one that he steps out.
I'll count them.
Ridiculous.
Oh, okay. Do you want to expand a little bit about the purple underwear incident?
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm only kidding.
He told you about that?
He did. Do you have anything to say about it? Hello?
No.
Oh, I thought she hung up on me. I mean, I thought you hung up on me.
I'm about to.
Oh, expand on it. Oh,
She hung up.
are you kidding me?
She hung up.
Almost, Vince. Almost. Okay, let's do number 2. By the way, you're paying for this long distance.
You killed an eagle? That's hilarious. You killed a couple of cougars too, I heard.
Hello?
Hello, this is Janine.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Excellent. Do you know who this is?
No.
I'm sorry if it sounds funny because we're on a Bluetooth right now and I'm driving. It's Joe Q, Vince Mirabelli's friend.
Oh,
I have a small favor to ask. I'm working on a roast speech for Vince, and I want to get some dirt on him. Do you think you can... Vince Mirabelli.
Oh, of course.
Well, how many Vinces did you date?
Oh, we'll talk about that another time.
Okay. Interesting. Anyways, where did you first make out with Vince Mirabelli?
Where did we make out?
Yes.
Gosh, if I were that it was at the Bluff.
The Bluffs. Whereabouts is that?
Sorry, Joe?
Whereabouts is the Bluffs?
Oh, that's where Boulevard is, remember?
Ah, right. Yeah, no, I remember. I mean, I know where that is. Anyways, did you ever get busted?
Did we get busted? Like, oh, did he actually tell you about that?
No, that's okay. Let's move on. Anyways, hypothetically, if he killed an eagle by accident while you were driving, would you break up with him?
Killed an eagle? Gosh, an eagle? Who doesn't see an eagle when they're driving?
Vince has bad driving skills.
Sorry, Joe?
He does have bad driving skills.
Oh, well, gosh, the eagle might be bald, and he must be blind.
Oh my God. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next one here. What irritated you the most about him?
Well, okay, first of all, I'm not on speakerphone, right?
No, it's only me.
Oh, okay. You know, nothing really irritated me about Vince, but you know what always made me wonder?
Okay.
What always made me wonder, Joe, is when he would take me out for a really nice dinner.
Yeah.
And when he paid, I would look at his credit card, and the credit card said Giuseppe Mirabelli.
Oh, okay. I
I
think.
don't know, I could never figure it out.
Yeah, that's his dad. Okay. Thank you very much. I think I have enough. I will. I don't know. Talk to you later.
Okay, it's been a pleasure, Joe. Nice talking.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, so.
See you at the Y.
What? We don't have the Y here.
Oh, you don't have the Y?
No.
Oh.
Centerfolds, remember?
Oh,
He's
yeah,
got the
centerfolds,
membership.
centerfolds. I love this hole hidden here, eh, Raphael? It's amazing.
Here's the last and final one. If anyone's got a question, come up here. I'll ask it. Don't worry. Hello?
Hi,
Hi. Can you hear me?
I can.
I'm really sorry. Do you know who this is?
Not really.
Okay, it's Joe, Vince's friend, Vince Mirabelli's friend.
Oh, okay. What can I do for you?
Okay, I have a small favor to ask. I'm working on a roast speech, and I need a little bit of dirt on Vince.
Okay, sure, I can help with that.
Perfect, thank you. Oh, you got me
No
nervous
worries.
there. Again, sorry, it sounds like I'm on a Bluetooth and I'm driving right now. And I've got
okay.
my annoying brother in the vehicle with me.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so first question. Where did you first make out?
With this? Oh, okay, I remember this one. It was at an open house, actually. Yeah, he was showing me a house, and I mean, he was really nice to me and like wanted to show me all the rooms and such. And first, we were just standing in the kitchen, you know, having this really intense conversation about granite countertops and under massive sinks. And then he just looked at me, and he was like, "You have to see the crown molding and the master ensuite." And when we got to the master ensuite, I was looking at it, and I was like, "Man, I don't see any crown molding." And then, well, long story short, it turns out that's kind of the code.
Interesting. Okay, moving on to the next one. Hypothetically, if he killed an eagle by accident while driving, would you break up with him?
If he killed an eagle while driving?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a very hypothetical question. I don't even know how to answer that. I mean, like, that actually doesn't just happen. I mean, I guess the best I can say is that knowing Vince, things don't accidentally happen to him. I mean, he's kind of just like, I'm Vince Mirabelli, and he does what he wants. So, I guess that's my answer.
Okay, last one. What irritated you the most about him?
What irritates me? And I can pick one. Okay, well, there's definitely one that's sticking out, but I don't know if I should tell you because it's kind of a private thing for him, and I don't know if he'd be really comfortable with me sharing it.
I promise I won't tell anyone. Especially, I won't tell no one at all. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I mean, he'll deny it anyway. Like, he would never admit to it. But okay. Do you know how, like, Vince is really into how he looks and how he dresses?
Right.
And all that. Yeah, it's a little bit worse than you think. You see, he's got this paper doll collection of himself, and he keeps it in a box under his bed, and every single night before he goes to bed, he pulls out his paper doll of himself, and he's got different ones depending if he's tan or has longer hair or whatever, and he dresses himself for the next day and takes his outfit that way. Like, yeah. So it's pretty intense, and yeah, I was actually just thinking about that the other day because the New Yorker released that paper doll for Justin Trudeau, and I can just imagine him sitting at his table in the morning, drinking his coffee and seeing this and getting instantly angry that Justin would copy him, first of all, and then just scoffing at his limited wardrobe compared to his. So, I mean, it was super irritating because he was obsessed. So, that's all I can say, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was me.
Yeah, Frank. Shh. Okay.
Did he ever show you the Mutandi drawer?
Okay. No. Don't worry about that. Okay. Can you expand on the incident that you got busted by his brother?
By his who, sorry?
Can you expand on the incident when Vince's brother busted you guys downstairs in his parents' bedroom?
And his parents. Okay. Did he tell you something? Because I'm pretty sure you have the wrong girl. So, I don't know if Vince is the one who's getting it wrong or if it's you, but it's probably Vince.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, no worries.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, make sure that phone's hung up. There we go. Good. Did you private my number while we were done?
No.
Frank.
Oh my God, is it star 98 in Thunder Bay? Is that what it is?
Star 67.
Oh,
Thank you.
jeez. Well, it's going to be star 69 now.
Very funny. That's the
Or more like
BlackBerry.
96 when you get home with your wife, because that's when you don't face each other. Anyway.
Thanks. Okay, all kidding aside, which mic? I'll still use this mic. All kidding aside, Vince, very generous, compassionate person that is always willing to help. I can't keep track of all the foundations and fundraiser he contributes to. Anyone that knows him will agree. Thank you, and good evening.
Better hug me after. So how appropriate it is we're all sitting here tonight in this very room. Scuttlebutts. Vince always hated this place because it wasn't Armani's. But anyway, thanks everyone for being here. How about another round of applause for your MC tonight, Frank Spadone. For those of you who don't know, Frank's a full-time comedian from Toronto, which is surprising considering he's been the least funny person here tonight so far. You know your career trajectory as a comedian isn't going quite as planned when you're working the Easter Seals fundraiser dinner in Thunder Bay on a Thursday in November. I went on Frank's IMDb profile to get a picture of his illustrious career. He's played some pretty prominent roles over the years. You might remember him as sinister guy number 3 on The Jane Show in 2007. He also appeared as Enzo on the hit TV comedy Forget About It. Anyway, Frank could be anywhere in the world tonight. He could be at a Legion in Timmins telling his jokes there, or he could be sitting on the couch in Toronto waiting for his agent to call, but we're happy to have him here in Thunder Bay with us tonight. Danny and Laura from the 91.5 Morning Show are here. I'd hate to be Vince tomorrow morning after that scathing roast. Danny and Laura are radio personalities. I didn't even know the radio was still a thing in 2015. Being a radio host in 2015 is like working as an interpreter at a Morse code transmission station. The Italian goes right for the bread. I mean, it's typical. Danny, I can never tell you apart from your brother Claudio. Do us all a favor and grow a beard or something. I had a chat with your brother Claudio, and he's the one that told me that you were the one in the family that had the face for radio. Laura, I've never met you before, so I don't really have much to roast you about. But I don't really listen to your cute little radio show. In fact, I don't even think I own a radio anymore. Joe Quaresima is here, ladies and gentlemen. We are roasting Vince tonight, aren't we? I went on Joe's Facebook page to learn a little bit more about Joe, and I was surprised to learn that Joe and I have 210 mutual friends, which is surprising because that means that Joe has at least 210 friends. For those of you who don't know, Joe works at Sensia building websites, which, as you know, is a job that any high school kid could do for a case of beer. Thanks for coming out, Joe. We're happy to have you. Thunder Bay's Charlie Sheen is here, ladies. Oh, sorry, Kris Rydholm. Kris Rydholm's here, ladies and gentlemen. Many of you may know Kris has brought in millions of dollars over the years, taking advantage of low-income Canadians who tiptoe on the poverty line, selling them high-end appliances that they obviously can't afford. And his store manager is a guy named Forch. How did Raphael fit your neck for that shirt, by the way? You guys may also be surprised to know that Vince and Kris shared the same chauffeur because the Ministry of Transportation suspended both their driver's licenses. Kris also owns a nutrition store, which is surprising because he looks like Quasimodo on steroids. But you'll be surprised to know that Kris's store doesn't sell a supplement that takes away the vapor of alcohol on your breath when you get to a ride program. Dave Thomas is here, ladies and gentlemen. Dave's the owner and founder of Salt and Pepper Catering. For whatever reason, Dave decided to name his company after his natural hair color. Some of you may know Dave won $1 million. Dave won $2 million shortly after the ink dried on his divorce papers. So you could say that Dave's gotten lucky twice. Dave, if your career in catering doesn't go quite as planned, you could make quite a living going city to city across Canada on a Comic-Con adventure as a Bart Simpson lookalike. Who just got divorced and won $2 million. But we are here to roast Vince Mirabelli tonight. Vince is the guy who used his high school model search photo on his business cards. Thank you all so much for being here. When the lights were on and the spotlight wasn't in my face, I could see there was a lot of beautiful looking people in the crowd. Most of them were closer to the edges of the room, at least 30 meters from the stage. I'm assuming those are the ones with restraining orders against Vince. Vince's relationships with his ex-girlfriends have gotten so bad that Joe Q had to actually phone them and couldn't bring them here in person because they weren't allowed within 100 meters of Vince. Not many people know this about Vince, but Vince went through high schools the same way he goes through women. Ultimately, they all get rid of him. Vince was expelled from St. Ignatius High School for trying to light the place on fire. It started with a Barbie doll. Yada, yada, yada. He wasn't allowed to go there anymore. And in case you guys hadn't heard yet, his last girlfriend did break up with him shortly after he ran over a bald eagle. One of Vince's claims to fame early on was winning Model Search Thunder Bay. Vince would go to Randy River in the mall, and he would try on some clothes. He would leave his clothes in the change room, and he would walk around Inner City Mall in these borrowed clothes like he owned the place. But growing up, Vince was kind of a big deal. He was the man at Armani's nightclub. You didn't dance on a speaker box at Armani's unless Vince okayed it first. And that included all ages Sundays. Or as Vince liked to call it, the draft. You know, Vince, if you were to spend as much time at the library as you did at Armani's, you could be a contributing member of society and read at an adult level. You probably all recognize Vince from Facebook as well. The guy's got more friends than Mark Zuckerberg. Who reaches the limit of the amount of friends you can have on Facebook anyway? It's probably all those motivational quotes you post. Here's a gem Vince posted 3 months ago, and I'm not kidding. We were all travelers on a cosmic journey. Stardust, swirling and dancing in the eddies and whirlpools of infinity. What the fuck does that mean? Let me put this all into perspective for you, just so you guys understand. Vince's first job was selling cell phones at Teleco. He was 25 years old. How much wisdom are we to impart from a guy who didn't join the workforce until he was halfway to retirement? But let's be fair, Vince is the stereotypical Italian son. He lived in his parents' basement even after he got his first job, and he lived in his parents' basement after he bought his first house. Hell, if you go to any one of the properties he's bought since that time, you'll notice they're all staged like open houses because, kind of like me, Vince doesn't know how to cook, Vince doesn't know how to clean, and every day he goes home for lunch. But I gotta watch what I say up here with the Italian jokes. It looks like we got the cast-offs from Goodfellas and The Godfather up here. Maybe I should, besides me, Quasimodo, and the founder of Wendy's, everyone's last name ends in a vowel. I better start talking with my hands so Frankie, Danny, Vinny, Joey, and Laura can follow the conversation a little bit more. One thing Vince does have is a never-ending stack of unopened mail. Regular things like hydro and phone bills. notices of pending suspension from the Ministry of Transportation, checks from the Sperm Donation Center, paternity test results, and notices of pending suspension from the Ontario Real Estate Association. Have you ever taken a look at Vince's movie collection? I'm not kidding. Vince has a dozen Rock Hudson movies. The guy produced 10 movies in his entire career, and somehow Vince managed to get his hands on 12. Next to Vince's gay Hollywood collection, he's got the entire series of Growing Up Gotti. Again, 3 seasons were ever made. Vince managed to get his hands on 4. Vince, everyone knows Vince is a very generous guy. He manages to sponsor absolutely every event in town. But he's the only guy I've ever met that'll buy an entire table, bring 7 females with him, and manage to leave the event alone. He's popular enough, he's well known enough, and he contributes enough to society to be the star of tonight's Easter Seals dinner. But just like me, he's not quite good enough to win one of Shift's top 20 under 40 awards. Don't worry, Vince. We don't need Shift. We're not a bunch of yuppie, out-of-town young professionals who need to network with each other because we don't have any other friends. But seriously, Vince and I have been good friends for a long time. Ultimately, we went our own separate ways, and I became a criminal defense lawyer. Vince became an agent. You know what they say, keep your friends close and your potential clients closer. Kris, let me know if you want to be friends too. But seriously, Vince is a real estate agent. As you all know, that's not a real job because real estate agents contribute nothing to society. I could be a real estate agent by Monday if I really wanted to. That wasn't the case for Vince, though. Vince failed his entrance exam 3 times before he passed it. And it was open book. Vince is a very charitable person. He really is. He does a lot for the community. He does it for the sake of doing it, and he doesn't search out the limelight. I'm not even at the funny part yet. Did you guys know that Vince is involved in the Vince Mirabelli Pediatric Endowment Fund? It's true. If you look on his website under his bio, which he wrote, Vince humbly refers to himself as the champion of the Vince Mirabelli Pediatric Endowment Fund. Vince, we all know your pediatric fund is just a front for you to launder your drug money in so you don't have to pay taxes on it. Over the years, you've managed to convince a lot of good people that you're a great person. Most of them are from out of town. Frank Spadone, for example, I mean, he's not that hard to fool, but then there's your string of professional wrestling buddies. But somehow you managed to convince Canada's 23rd Prime Minister that you were a decent guy. This is the time of the show where I was going to play you a video that the Prime Minister did, but that never happened. I tried to enlist the help of the dishonorable member from Thunder Bay Rainy River, but unfortunately, Mr. Trudeau was a little bit too busy to do that, and maybe next year. So that concludes the joke portion, but in all seriousness, thank you very much, Vince, for allowing me this opportunity. Vince has done a lot for me and my family over the years. Vince was integral in me getting the job that I currently hold and love, and I thank him very much for that. As you all know, Vince does live at home with his parents, and he doesn't do it because he has to. He does it because he loves them, and he's, a good Italian son. Vince actually comes to my house all the time, and he also, soothes my baby when she's crying too, so I thank him very much for that, and I'm lucky to consider Vince a friend, and I thank you all for listening to me tonight.
was gonna come up and have a champagne with Vince, but I told my wife and kids I'd be home for Christmas. So. Quite honestly, everyone, I don't know why the fuck I'm up here. Don't really know anybody up here. You know, I honestly have absolutely nothing to lose or gain by being up here. I don't think anyone up here is going to be getting a payday advance or renting a used couch, except you, Laura. I won't tell anyone, there's a Privacy Act. You know, as a married man of many, many years, I have to wake up to the sound of a whining, screaming, moaning bitch every morning. Danny, would you just shut the fuck up? I can't hit snooze fast enough some days. No, I'm just kidding, you know. I shouldn't refer to, my wife's much prettier than you, but you do have nice tits. You do, actually. I saw you changing. Fucking really nice. We got the kid from Sandlot over here. You know, if Alfred E. Newman and fucking Elmer Fudd had a kid, that'd be it right there. Be very, very quiet. We got Joe Quasimodo, the hunchback of Sherwood Estates. I saw him fucking following Vince around all day. Master, master. The fuck is wrong with him? We got the other Dave Thomas. Listen, this guy should write a book. He's the only guy I know that, you know, won $2 million and lost 120 pounds in 1 week. Just a bunch of nobodies up here, aren't we? Hey. I actually got a video for you guys, and I'd like you guys to watch it. I hope it's ready, and I did my best with it.
Notice his alertness, his bright interest, a living example of poise and confidence.
Chop.
And now another little habit of cleanliness and neatness.
Another perfect day. And how else to look perfect? But with perfect products. Don't worry, it looks like a lot for some people. But when you're Vince Mirabelli, you need a lot of stuff. This is a little starter. You can feel it really getting into the pores. You know, making you feel so good and perfect.
There's nothing like that well-groomed look to start the day off right.
Okay, I love you, Mom. Mamma mia. So, the first part of being perfect is the morning. Well, how do you get perfect in the morning? Nutrition. And I'll tell you something. Sometimes these guys, they tell you, you need this stuff you pay for, eh? This stuff, that's not how you do it, eh? This is how you make your morning shake. The tomato sauce, let's crack an egg in there. You know, I know they say no carbs, eh? All the no carbs. Carbs are what give you energy. Crack a little carbs in there. And you know, nothing like a good little cock in the morning, too. Now let's blend this up. To be perfect, you gotta start your day right. Kids, how you doing? It's me.
Not him again.
This is a perfect moment for a Facebook post. How you doing? So, what do you think? How about a selfie with Uncle Vince?
You're not my uncle.
I know I'm not your uncle. It's a figure of speech, they say, yo. Okay, just wait. Let's smile. Come here, kid. This is just because you guys are... There we go. Come on.
Get up! Get up!
I do recommend hosting parties, having friends over. Ma, where's the meatloaf? You know, entertaining good friends is a big part of being perfect. Ma, the meatloaf! What's he always doing up there?
Shut up! We were only here for the candy. That's the only reason why we're here at all. We don't like meatloaf.
Yeah, we like chicken fingers though, if you have any.
Because the disco's open all night. We're gonna shake off some of those inches.
Here's one to build up those abdominal muscles. Here's a trunk stretching exercise to strengthen the nut muscles. See how the hips act as a pivot. Note the well-developed body. No surplus of soft fat.
Hey, Tony, hey. No, you know, I'm being the 197th busiest realtor in Ontario. You know how things can get, eh? Yeah, gotta show houses. Okay, man. Okay, ciao. So in conclusion, this was a guide to help you be perfect, just like me. You know, if you want to be perfect, you should follow these principles. My hair. And you know, I can't do all this myself, helping the kids, you know. So thank all y'all for coming tonight. The kids appreciate it. Vinny Mirabelli appreciates. Ciao for now.
Merci beaucoup. You know, I was wondering exactly why Vince? You know, could they not get fucking Tony leukemia tonight? Where's Tony? Hey, Tony! Hey, nobody gives a shit. And he's with Tulio. Don't shoot. Sorry, Tulio. I'm scared of chunks. Sorry, Tulio. No, I'm very happy and honored to be here, and Vince has turned out to be a wonderful, perfect woman. And, you know, nights like this show me just how much this city of Thunder Bay really does love me. Thank you.
Thanks, Frank. Thanks a lot, Frank. You're looking great tonight. And speaking of looking great, Vince the Prince Mirabelli. How bad is the talent pool in Thunder Bay when this is our best celebrity? I mean, look at this guy. An aging real estate agent that lives at home. It's like his waistline and his age are in a race to be 40. This is our celebrity. My God, he's like the Hoyto. Overrated. This is our man of the hour, a guy whose modeling career went worse than the paving of Arthur Street. And this guy and women, ish. The only good relationship he's had is with a Caesar's Panzerotti. Target closed faster than this guy. He's been turned down more times than Thunder Bay Radio. And the Bachelors for Hope auction, even they're like, forget about it. More like Bachelors with no hope auction. Bid on Vince. Enjoy a ride down Red River Road in his cousin's Porsche while he talks on his phone. Lunch at Caribou and watch him text. And finally, a romantic evening at Blue Jay Haven watching him scroll Facebook. class celebrity, like a Paris Hilton type celebrity. Vince does nothing. Goes to every event in town, stands around, gets his picture taken, and acts like a big deal. I mean, if this is the criteria, who's next? Mike Nitz? I'm just kidding. Vince, he's a hardworking, popular guy. I'm always running into people that know Vince, and once they find out that I know Vince, there's always the same question that people ask me. It starts, hi, how's it going? Great, how's the kids? Awesome. Oh, you bought a house. Who is your agent? Oh, Vince Mirabelli. Vince Mirabelli, I know him. You know Vince? Yeah, great guy, great guy, great guy. And then right at the end of the conversation, when it gets a little bit quiet, they always ask me the same thing. Is he gay? And as Vince's good friend, I always give them a straight up answer. Maybe. So with Thunder Bay's biggest question in mind, I have created a line of t-shirts. Now this particular t-shirt is special. It's the first one off the pressing. It's going to be autographed by Vince himself, and I would like to auction it with all the proceeds going to a charity that Vince brands himself with. I mean, supports. For bids, just yell out, put up your hand, flash your boobs, whatever it takes. If the winning bidder puts an extra 20 bucks in, we'll throw in a meet and greet. He'll sign whatever you want, and he'll tell you what it's like to grow up with a silver spoon. Frank? Check, check. Check. Check.
Check, check, check. Okay. We're going to auction this off.
Oh.
We got $100 for real? Honestly, we're starting at 100 right here. That's what I hear. Any more? How about 120? In the there's two. Okay, guys. The first one was the guy in the back. 120. How about 130? What? Oh my God. How about 140? Never mind. How about 140? We got. Why don't we just make it 150? Oh my God, it's 200 already. 200 for a T-shirt.
Autographed.
Autographed, and maybe
meet and greet.
Meet and greet's got to be more like 250, wouldn't you say? Who's got 250? Hang on. Someone did call my wife. My God. 250. I saw a hand there. You got more than 250? 300. I don't know if your husband agrees with you there. Is that your husband? Really? 300? Are you lying? Okay, 300. They're going to split it. You guys can share it. We got 300 so far for this T-shirt. That's 300. Are you going to go more than 300? Yell it out. What are you going to give? 325? He said 350 over here.
Wait, what am I doing for this 350?
I don't know, Vince. I think you're going to have to give a little more than just a little meet and greet.
Yeah.
For this kind of money. And that was a guy who just yelled that out.
It comes with a happy ending.
It comes with... Make sure a girl wins. I don't have that kind of control. I'm just sinister guy number 3. Come on. Okay, we got 350 over here somewhere. Who? Are you kidding me? $500 right in the middle here. It's a woman, Vince. You apparently have a... They're sisters. You've never had that? No, they are sisters.
They're sisters. I love sisters.
What? $800 and it's a guy. 800 right here. Well, who's got the 8? Who's got the 8? The whole table's got the 8. Vince, it's not just 2 people. You got a whole table. You got a service over there, my friend. 800 people. Take it. He says, take your time. 800. Is that the?
Oh!
$1,000. Are you serious? Is it still the sisters? Vince, apparently you got it. It's 2 women. Have you done that before? He says yes. I don't believe him. 1,000. That's what I heard last. $1,000 though, right? Anything more than that? The guys who were bidding 800. Sold! Anything more than 1,000? That's a lot of money. My God, that's great. That's a great donation. I guess it's $1,000 there.
$1,000. That's
Dave,
fantastic.
what a great idea, Dave. $1,000. I'm gonna bring it right. Hang on. You gotta hang on. You gotta autograph it. Hang on a second. I actually got a Sharpie. I do have a Sharpie because I stole it from. I'm sorry, I forgot your name already. Carlina, I sold it. Carmina? Carlina with Stella. Hang on, I got a Sharpie, hang on. Oh, you gave it. Oh, you gave it to them. Oh, you stole it from me. You could have took anything out of my pocket. I wouldn't have known. It's this fucking hole. Hey, Raphael, I'm serious. Why is it there for? Hang on, in case?
You're having a problem.
In case I'm having a problem? No problems here, buddy.
Well done. It's right here.
Hang on. So who did you get? What did you write?
We autographed it. Vince autographed it.
Is that the right name?
No, you put the wrong name on it. Those were the people who gave the Sharpie. We got to get another one made. The what sisters?
Okay, pass it over.
It's the Pegot sisters. Pretty close to what these guys are talking about. Change the P for an F and you got a whole new experience. As he's signing, hang on, should we get you a new one? I want one of those t-shirts. Oh look, they're they're tall. Look at this. Hang on a second, it's not gonna happen here, ladies, so I don't know what you're thinking. Easy access though, I like the zipper. Anyway, that's awesome. What do you guys do for a living?
Not much.
Well, you'll be busy tonight. Anyway, oh, the pasture. I feel bad now. That's awesome. Congratulations. Nice picture. Who's got the picture? Where's Dave? He's right over there.
Yep. All down there. That will make a nice gift, or chamois, gift, chamois, either which way. Speaking of gifts, oh my God, seriously? How many more gifts are you going to drop off to Clint Harris's office? Every day you're dropping shit off there. He doesn't want putters and pictures. Vince, he wants pink jeans and purple scarves. Wake up. And oh my God, who took this? The helicopter pilot? Give me a break. Jazzy and 10 guys could beat you up there. And oh my God, this picture. Can everyone read that? Oh. Well, oh my God, this post. Vince, you got us. I've never felt so low as a human being than after reading this post.
You should feel low.
Vince, I too, from now on, will steal the mini shampoo bottles. And Vince, I too will also store them in my bathroom and pretend I'm not using them. And Vince, if someone finds mine as well, I too will post some bullshit on Facebook. Oh my God. Have you guys heard about the Eagle Woman? You guys have heard that, right? Eagle Woman, Devil Woman. You guys have heard that? Last three people. I'm not sure which girlfriend that was in the succession, but I actually never met her, if you could believe that. Vince wanted to impress her, so he was doing the high society, fine wine, and cocktail party thing. And with me, it's kind of heavy metal and spaghetti. So he took a little break from Dave, and that's fine. I get it. That's okay. Anyways, legend has it she dumped him for running over a bald eagle on the highway. Now, I thought it would be fitting to have the Eagles play here tonight, but sadly, Mr. and Mrs. Mirabelli wouldn't pay for it. No, David, Vincenzo, he take all of our money. David, please help. Please help, David. So in the spirit of the Eagles and Vince killing an eagle, I put together this little number. Well, I'm driving down the road trying to text on my phone. I got 7 eagles in my view. 4 that wanna own me, 2 that wanna stone me, 1 that says you broke my spine. It's just a bird, take me back. Call the OPP, call the OPP, and we'll get back in my Mercedes-Benz and get to town. Vince, in closing, you have to know you're the casing to my sausage, the casa to my linga, and the kappa to my colo. Thanks for having me, and I love you.
I must say this evening that we have a very distinguished looking dais tonight. But I have to admit, it looks more like the board of directors of a massage parlor or a former conservative cabinet. Or even better still, a City of Thunder Bay council meeting. All of these friends standing up here and taking shots at the real and not so real life of me. I thank you all. But instead of doing a rebuttal and taking shots at all of you, which I have to admit is very easy to do considering all your lives, I'm just going to take it on the chin. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to relax. I remember once hearing, don't take yourself too seriously because you'll never make it out of life alive. Well, guess what? I don't take myself too seriously. I thank you all for your time, your patience, and your being there for me, but most importantly, for the children of Easter Seals. This night is not about me, but is more about raising funds to take care of these children, to provide them with a better quality of life. And you have all accomplished that by agreeing to stand up here for me. I have the honor and privilege of being surrounded by amazing family and equally amazing friends who, through all my quirks and all the shit that goes in my life, support me and are still my friends. Laura Zaina, Danny Foresta, Johnny DeBaker, Joe Quaresima, Dave Thomas, and Kris Rydholm. You are all my friends because you are all like-minded like me, who believe that we have the same beliefs and we want to help others in the community. To put yourself above others, to give your time, your talent, and your treasure to everyone around you, I'm honored to be considered a friend of all of you. Now that was my real rebuttal, but then I wrote some notes while you guys were up here. I got advice from a few people, and some people were like, just take it on the chin and don't say anything. And then I had some other people say, roast the shit out of these people. And I have to say, I've had 10 glasses of champagne, and I'm going to give it back to you guys a little bit. Not as much as what you guys gave it to me. Laura Zaina, I couldn't find anything about you. I looked and I looked and I asked, and I couldn't find anything. You're a sweetheart. But this morning on the morning show, you made a comment and you said, I'm going to be upstairs and 8 guys in a hotel room? Really? And then I asked around and I heard that the last time you were in a hotel room with 8 guys was back in high school. Danny Foresta. Little boys are usually introduced to their first sexual experience playing with Barbie dolls and stuff like that. But I happened to ask around, and I heard that there was something else that turned you on when you were a little boy. And unfortunately, I don't have one here, but I heard it was a Papa Smurf. And I don't know what little boys get turned on by Papa Smurfs, but you were. And that really, really, I don't know how they gave you the job on the radio with that. Joey Q. Joey Corasima. Joey, I'll give you a story. When we were 17 or 18 years old, a couple of guys, we went to Winnipeg, and Joey was living there.
Stop! Wait! The phone doesn't work!
This is pre his wife period, so no one can get upset. Four guys go out in Winnipeg. 3 guys get girls. Which guy didn't get a girl? Joey. So one guy had a girl in the bedroom, and so Joey didn't want to go in the bedroom because it was two queen size beds. Some moron had a girl in the kitchen. I won't say who it was. And there was a third guy, and he was getting a massage on the sofa bed in the living room. And I'll never forget this. The girl was giving a massage to our friend, and Joey goes, "You're doing it all wrong. Let me show you." And he started massaging our friend. And our friend's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And that in a nutshell is Joey, because Joey is always so giving, and he was giving, and this girl must have thought, like, who the hell are these guys from Thunder Bay? But that's Joey in a nutshell. Dave Thomas. Someone stole my joke. I was going to make fun of the fact that I do a lot of divorce sales, and every time it costs people money. This guy is the only guy in Thunder Bay that made money off of a divorce. Who gets divorced and wins $2 million 4 months later? And instead of taking that money and buying real estate and supporting Vince Mirabelli's lifestyle, instead he buys a bunch of guitars autographed by these former rock stars. He buys a pig roaster. And he bought a $15,000 pool table of some rock star that's like almost dead or something.
The Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones. He made a fake bid, or he made a bid, and then he forgot about it, and then he won, and then, anyways, there's a $15,000 pool table sitting at Salt and Pepper if anyone wants to buy it. Who's your financial advisor? Okay. Kris Rydholm. He seriously is our Charlie Sheen of the whole group. Kris Rydholm started off in a humble life. This man was born on a farm in Current River. And the reason why I know he was born on the farm was because I used to see this guy with 2 pigs every Saturday night at Armani's. Sorry, Charity. His wife's in the front row. Again, this is all pre-wife stuff. Like, it's a worry that some people's wives actually like me because I got so much shit on their husbands. Who's left? I had too many drinks. Okay, Johnny the Baker. I've known this man for several years, and you want to talk about someone who was born with a silver spoon in his mouth? It's Johnny the Baker. Not me. I came from 2 Italian immigrants. This man lived in Mirabelli Park with white parents. He is one of the most kind-hearted people you'll meet in this community, but it's true, I did have to go get him his job. This guy went to Cardiff in overseas, and it's basically a law school for people that if you can't get into Canada, your rich parents write a check and get you in overseas in England. And I won't mention the other people because some of the other parents are in the crowd too that's kids went to Cardiff. but he happens to have one of the most amazing wives I've ever met. Let's cue some pictures up here of Johnny the Baker. He's the only guy I have pictures of, by the way. So if you've ever talked to Johnny, he has this, sorry, his wife's not on this picture, but anyways. Johnny sometimes gives you this blank stare. And the blank stare is that he's actually thinking about what he's going to have for lunch. Yeah. I actually saw Frank Spadone today asking him for legal advice. I'm like, don't ask him for legal advice. Seriously. That's Jim Matter, our college president. And Johnny's like, seriously, what the hell's for dinner? Next picture. This is Johnny with our newly minted MP, the dishonorable Don Rusnak, who I'm very happy, by the way, is our new MP because he's actually a great, great individual. Next picture. Now we're going to go to the wife. If anyone is on Johnny's Facebook, they will know that Johnny the Baker recently just had a beautiful baby girl. What you don't know is that 5 days before his wife gave birth, she was cutting the grass in Mirabelli Park at their house. And that's Johnny watching. Who does that? He has an amazing wife. He's lucky. She's actually more of a mother figure, so it's good. Next picture. Let's go to 3 months prior. 3 months prior, there's Johnny with his roommate Vlad, who lived in their house rent-free till basically the baby was born. And she's blowing the leaves, and Johnny and Vlad are watching her. This woman is not even Italian, yet she sits there and she does everything for her husband. And then the last picture. Now this is a sad picture. This gentleman will do anything for votes. That is Don Rusnak. He doesn't even have a lawn to cut, yet he went and cut the lawn of Johnny the Baker and Jen. Again, this is pre-pregnancy, so. Oh, is that baby? Mabel's in the picture? Okay, Mabel's in the picture, so. He decided to give his wife a break. Anyways, he's one of my good friends, and there's no coincidence that his last name is De Baker. And so we got him a job with Dubinsky, so the two laziest lawyers in Thunder Bay now work with each other. I actually have a feeling your mother wrote your roast for you tonight for me. There hadn't been so many calls between England and Canada since the Second World War between you and your mother when you were doing your law exams. Anyways, Johnny, you're one of my great friends, just like everyone else, and I had to throw an extra couple of shots because I think you gave me the most shots tonight. To my roast master tonight, who took the time out of his busy schedule to fly in for the event as a favor to me, Mr. Frank Spadone. Frank, you are a great friend to me. I have a lot of love and respect for you. I love your comedy. But ever since you put me at a table with Russell Peters at your wedding, I have to admit, he's actually my favorite comedian. And the only reason why you're here tonight is because he wasn't available. I love this man, seriously. He flew in and he actually skipped, he could have had a show in Montreal and he skipped money to come here and listen, to this stuff, so.
See that, Johnny?
See? He had a show in Montreal. They were gonna pay him $10 and he came here. I wanna thank Raphael's Tailoring for outfitting all my roasters for all of our tuxes tonight. You graciously donated your time and your energy in making it all right. You're an upstanding member of this community. At first, when I asked you, if you remember the story, I asked you, I said I wanted all my roasters to be sharply dressed. We want this Rat Pack era. And you asked if we wanted to be sharply dressed as Tullio Provenzano. But I remember telling you, I do not want to look like the maitre d' from the Waldorf Astoria in the New York Hotel. I want to thank Helium Highs for decorating the beautiful head table and the backdrop. I want to thank Posh Posey for decorating all the tables and centerpieces. Maggie will be the first one to tell you that I'm not getting married and this was like a wedding, so we got it over and done with. I want to thank Signal Resources for the whole audiovisual production. I want to thank everyone who donated prizes for the silent auction. Your generosity goes unnoticed. To the Easter Seals children, I hope that me putting my head on the block up here was enough to raise some funds in order to make a difference, and thank you for allowing us to do this. And last but not least, I want to thank all of you, the 300 plus attendees that are here tonight. Everyone who bought a ticket or two or an entire table, your generosity in coming here tonight and paying to hear about my joke of a life. Sometimes it's a joke and sometimes it's nice. Your generosity in coming here tonight and paying to hear about all this is, it's amazing. I hope my talented friends have been able to provide you with a night of laughter and entertainment. Me, the Roasters and Easter Seals and the Easter Seals children, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And I want to say good night and God bless.